I intend to make this into a daily stream, where a short daily stream, max 1 hour. For those of you who don't know Terraria, it's often compared to Minecraft, like a 2D Minecraft. It's basically a platformer, except that you can actually mine the blocks in the terrain and use them for crafting and building stuff, just like Minecraft. So we're going to start with a new character, and we're going to randomize it. There we go. We will choose a medium core character. Basically the difference here is a soft core character will just drop their money when dying, but they will keep all their items, whereas a medium core character will drop everything in their inventory and the money included. So that's a bit harder. You can still retrieve the items, but if you die in a very dangerous place surrounded by enemies, then you may not be able to retrieve your items. The last one, and I'm definitely not going to pick this, is hardcore. Hardcore basically means permadeath. So if you play hardcore and you die and your character can never be played again. Note that the character and the world are separate, so if you play a hardcore character, you can still start a new character in the same world. That's entirely possible. But still, hardcore is what it says. Terraria game can last pretty long if you build your base and make it into something really beautiful, and then you die and lose it all. It's not fun. I've been through that, so I'm not gonna choose hardcore. Softcore is too easy, so we'll go for the middle road and take medium core. And then we create our character. Let's call it Mr. Terraria, because why not? And we also have to choose our world. We're gonna create also a new world. A medium world is large enough for this daily stream. Large is really large. Small is, yeah, too small for our purpose. I've never tried expert. Last time I played Terraria is quite some time ago and there was no expert at the time. So I haven't given this a try, but I'm not gonna make it too hard on myself here. I'm just going to pick normal. And the world 2, that sounds perfectly fine. And there we go. The game is now generating a entirely new world, so mostly procedurally generated. Although some things are always present. We will always have different biomes, forest, desert. But their exact locations and sizes can really vary a lot. And we open our world 2. And here we are. We start with a copper short sword, pickaxe and axe. The pickaxe is actually forceful, which means it has a positive identifier. I don't know by heart which one. We obviously need the axe to chop down the tree, not the pickaxe. So you can see we just click on the bottom of the tree and that will start mining with our axe. and we pick up the wood and the acorns. Acorns can be planted to grow new trees, and the wood can be used in many crafting recipes. Especially at the start of the game, we want to have a good supply of wood, and we want to hopefully find some caves which have pots that can often carry very useful stuff, especially early game. Now, how did that slime die? I didn't exactly see what happened there. So this start of the game, we're just going to see these green slimes. Oops, this is not good. Oh, there's a trap there. There seems to be a trap there, and if the slimes head over, they trigger the trap. So I'm not going to head there, because the trap now could be dead right away. Wow, we found the cavern already. Okay, let's open the crafting menu, and you can see we cannot craft much yet because we don't have any crafting stations. We only have a few basic resources. We can craft torches, wooden platforms, and a workbench. Workbench is very useful because then we can have more crafting recipes. But the first thing I'm gonna craft is some torches. Now you can see I can't craft many because I need gels, and gels are dropped by the slime. So I only killed one slime, I just got 3 torches. And some wooden platforms. I really like to use platforms when adventuring in caves. Although this cave doesn't look to be particularly attractive. There's some sand here, there's some stone, but nothing that useful. What we are going to do to traverse this cavern without too much risk, we're just gonna lay down some platforms here. So by pushing the down arrow we can actually move through the platform, but we will not fall through it automatically. That's very handy. And here are some large trees, so the larger the tree, the more wood it will drop. And the axe is actually good as a weapon as well. The short sword that we have at the moment isn't that useful in that it's a very short range weapon compared to the regular longsword, which means it's not very practical to attack enemies. Especially these slimes, they typically jump around, so when they move into attack, they're usually coming from above, and the short sword only attacks to the front. So in fact, this axe is even more practical to attack these slimes than the sword we started with. But we want to get a long sword as soon as possible. I also noticed some iron there. See, the short sword is very unpractical, and I even have to be careful with these slimes. They don't take too many hits, but I must be careful not to have too many slimes around, because then it can still be dangerous. Killed a few slimes now, so that means we have a lot of gels, so we can craft some torches, and torches will be very useful during the night. Whoa, we had some sand there, also some water. Yes, we have some pots here. Really nice. Look at all the stuff we're catching here. Awesome. Really awesome. Another slime. Now you will see when we move through the game, we will get some different colored slimes. Yep, there we have a blue one. Blue one is some stronger than, you see, 25 health. The green one only 14. So the slimes will get harder as we progress through the game. I think it's also about time that we start to actually build some shelter for the night. And I think we might just as well do it right here, because we already have a natural cave nearby. Oops. Now in Terraria your character can't actually improve. There are no stats that your character can improve on. But you can equip various stuff that will actually increase your defense, your health, and your attack values and things like that. You can actually see this when I open the crafting menu. You can see here that there are different slots. We have equipment over here. So you can see we put on... Is this new? I'm totally lost here. There were no mounts last time I played this game, so I'm a bit confused. Okay, here we have the normal equipment. So we have a helmet, a shirt, and some pants that we can equip. And then 5 different accessories. Besides that, we also have social items in all these slots, which are only cosmetic. And we have dyes that we can use, which are also only cosmetic. So the only one that is really important stats wise is the equipment that we have here. And that's the only difference between a late game character and an early game character, is the equipment. If you carry some really good equipment, then you're just a lot stronger than a early game character. Now there is one exception, or 2 exceptions to that, and if you look at the top here we have life and mana, and it is possible to actually increase the maximum values of both of these by finding certain artifacts. Now there is a maximum, I don't know by heart how much it was. I think life can go up to 400 at most, and mana to 200 if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that, because I might be wrong. Okay, we can now build, as you can see, a campfire as well. We can make a rope coil. We can make flaming arrows, because we found some regular arrows. And we also have torches. So we now have iron ore, we have gels that we can use for torches, we have mushrooms which restore life. Later on they can also be used in healing potions, to craft healing potions. We have rope, we have shurikens which can be used to attack, and I'm going to put these in my short menu. So you can see you have the extended inventory and you have the top 10 here, the top row, which are the items that you can actually use directly without using or opening your inventory. We also found a healing potion. Now I'm going to start with ordering the items in my inventory. Typically I put weapons and equipment at the left, useful items like healing potions, torches and wooden platforms at the right, and the other items that I can use like building blocks in the middle. Let's start to actually build a house. We have to clear the area, so we're going to chop down a few more trees. go. Let's see, then we are going to we'll use stone blocks. First let's take down the slime and that one, so it is safe to build. And I'm going to put here a row of stone blocks. Need a few more. Oops, we killed the bunny. Ah, poor bunny. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear I didn't. And another blue slime. Now we cannot actually see what time of day it is, but you can normally see it if you look at the position of the sun. Now apparently we are currently in desert biome, and that means we can't actually see the sun right now. And I have the impression that it's getting a little bit darker, so we will probably need to hurry up. And yeah, I really like random characters. Although it's just looks, there are no stats, so the only thing we randomized is what our character looks like. Okay, these slimes are keep coming, so we are actually running out of time before night comes. I'm gonna have to start building right away. Okay, so we're gonna start with tunneling ourselves in with wood. Wood is more than enough at the moment to keep everything out. Then we'll put some torches in the corners to give us some light, also some on the outside. And then we will make a workbench and put it in the middle of our little room here. Oops! Well, that's a worm. I hadn't expected that so early. That's not good news. And I'm already losing health here. Worms can travel through the ground, through walls. It's nearly down. We're not gonna die, but let's hope we won't have too many worms. The slimes, well, they have no way to get inside. And we found a whoopee cushion. Or cushion? Well, not native English, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right. And if I'm right, this is a cushion where you can sit on and then it makes a wonderful noise. I don't know what we can do with it, but cool, we found something original. Now the next thing I want to do is build some wooden walls. Why do we need walls? Well, walls are actually useful to put in the background. And the reason we actually want walls is that if we don't place walls inside our small little base, then monsters may spawn inside our base during the night, while they will not spawn if we put walls. What we need is an enclosed area with walls and a source of light. So now we have all that, and we can be sure no monsters will spawn here during the night. And I think I need a hammer to remove them, and I don't have one, so it looks ugly, but it works. We have the walls extending outside. Okay, we can make a wooden hammer. Let's make a wooden hammer, shall we? There you go. That looks a lot better. Now, what else can we make here? Well, actually quite a lot now, because we have the workbench and we have a lot of wood. We can make a wooden bow, a wooden hammer, wooden sword. Yeah, I'm going to make a wooden sword. It doesn't use much wood. And although it's made of wood instead of copper, it's still much more useful than our copper short sword, as I explained, because a short sword cannot attack in the air and is thus really not a good weapon. As you can see, when we craft items, they can have special modifiers. Like the forceful copper pickaxe, you can see that it has a plus 15% knockback. So this is randomized, and the color of the item will indicate how special it is. So normal items are just white. This blue one means it has a positive modifier. Negative modifiers are also possible, and then you will get a gray name for the item. So what else can we craft? A wooden breastplate, wooden greaves. We can make a wooden armor, but yeah, it's really not that useful. So let's save our wood for something better. We can make fences, signs, a table. Yes, we want a table, please. And of course, we need to put it in our inventory first. And we'll place the table inside. Then we will craft a chair and put the chair next to the table. And then I will make 2 doors. Then I can remove these and put the door. Oops! No! I'm glad I made the longsword. I thought I placed the door, but apparently I didn't, and so the slimes entered my... Why can't I place the door? Oh, Okay, that was silly. The gap was 1 block too short. As you can see, it's night now, and yeah, zombies and demon eyes. Now these aren't all that hard, but still, if you venture outside and you get more and more of these, it can be pretty dangerous, especially for such an early game character. So that's why you want to make sure that you are inside when the night starts. It's not impossible to survive, but yeah, why take the risk? Let's see if we can do some more crafting. What else can we do? We can build some walls. See, we also have dirt and stone, so we could just as well build stone walls or dirt walls. But we're going to save our resources for the moment. We have no use for that. We can make a campfire, but that's more something we should build outside. And as you can see from the description, campfires will regenerate life when you are nearby. You don't have to stand right next to them, but you have to be close enough. So campfires are really easy to craft. You just need 10 wood and 5 torches. So some wood and gels. There are lots of slimes in the game. So you should normally have enough wood and gels to make campfires. So place them everywhere and you have a lot of life regeneration. What else can we craft? Can I craft a chest? It seems I can't. And why is that? I probably need more stone, I assume. I'm not sure. I hardly know any of the crafting recipes by heart. So, you will also notice that, wow, I got an achievement. No hobo. Because I got a house apparently. Yeah, last time I played there were no achievements. No, what I just wanted to mention is that when I was in the crafting menu, you can see that the game is paused. This is actually something you can change in the options, and I'm not sure it is like this by default, but I like to have it that way. When I enter the crafting menu, when I'm going through the crafting recipes, and the list can be quite long, I don't want to get killed in the meantime. So I set the game to pause during as soon as I open my inventory. This gives you the time to move the items to your quick bar to actually go through the crafting recipes at ease. But as soon as I close the crafting, I'm back in game. I'm going to hold off placing this second door because otherwise the demon eye will probably end up inside my base. Is there anything else we can do in the meantime? Well, let's put a torch on the roof, cause why not? Of course our equipment is very basic here. Our shelter, I mean. Oops. The zombie should be doable. You see, the wooden sword isn't that useful because it has limited knockback, but it was good enough to kill one zombie. Luckily there wasn't a horde of zombies, but yeah, obviously I wouldn't have opened the door if there were several zombies. You will notice that with... oh, but wait a minute. I have a broken wooden sword. I didn't even notice I had a negative modifier here. Well, since I have more than enough wood, I'm going to craft another sword because this one is really bad. Minus 29% damage and minus 20% knockback. That explains why the zombie could so easily close in on me. And let's craft another one, shall we? A massive wooden sword. Yeah, plus 18% size. I like that. Bigger weapons, melee weapons, especially bigger melee weapons, are really useful to keep enemies at a distance. So big weapons with knockback is really awesome. I'm not much of a ranged character in general. I really like melee weapons, although a quick firing weapon like a boomerang can be really fun to play with. So let's wait for the night to finish. The slimes will stay, but the zombies and demon eyes will just go away when the night is at an end. Really nothing else I can craft. Yeah, a fishing pole, a bow. Yeah. I'm not really much of a bowman. A sign, cause why not? Where shall we place the sign? We can't place it there. There you go. I'm not sure how to actually change it. I thought it was pretty simple and just click on it, but apparently not. I can't remember. Let's craft a few more platforms and torches, by the way, because we have plenty of wood anyway. Gels as well, and well, gels are mostly useful for torches. While we're at it, let's make a campfire or two. And some wooden platforms. I really like platforms, and they can be a lifesaver, especially when traversing large, deep areas, shall I say. Platforms are really, really useful. Zombies. Shall we risk it? Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. You see, this sword has way better knockback. And now I understand why the previous zombie could get to me so easily. Because my sword was really, really bad. I wish there was a way to accelerate time. And as you can see here, the map is pretty big. We are not seeing it entirely at all. It's way bigger than that. And not just from left to right, but also from top to bottom. Because we can go in the air, we can go deep and very, very deep in the ground. We will encounter different layers, increasing difficulty, all the way down to hell. Which is not a nice place to live. You see, with this wooden sword we can easily keep the zombie at a distance. And even a demon eye, I'm not that afraid. But we don't want to venture away too far from our base. If things go wrong, we can always go inside and hide. Oops. Well, I'm taking a few risks here, but well, it's calculated risk because I'm still at more than half my health. And health will regenerate over time. I think. Yeah, you see, it regenerates very slowly, but it does regenerate. Now, if I plunk down a campfire, it will go a lot faster. And you can see we can easily manipulate the direction of the zombie's movement. I think the sun is about to come up. and the zombies will leave. Oops. Oops. Probably should close the door anyway, because why take the risk? Good to know that when you die, you respawn at the spawn point, and that is the place where you actually entered the world at the start of the game, and it's right in the middle. If you go from left to right, it's right in the middle. Later on you can actually change your spawn point, and what you need for that is a bed. You need a bed in a room. You can do it, yep. Another achievement, and I think that one is because we survived the night. Yes, the zombies are heading off. We survived, yay! Now, that wasn't all that hard. We're definitely gonna encounter way more challenging things. Sunflowers. I have no idea what I can do with sunflowers, but let's just mine them for the sake of it. And then we're gonna head to the left and explore a bit more. While we're at it, let's not forget to put some torches down, and what we missed in the darkness earlier is that there's actually a chest over here, and it's gonna contain some items. Yes. A nimble wand of sparking. Yes, a magic wand. Awesome. Really awesome. We also have some iron bars, rope, a recall potion that teleports you back home, some empty bottles, and some coins and grenades. Loot all. Really good. And normally with the hammer we can actually... No, not with the hammer. I'm confused. Thought it was with the hammer that we could actually remove the chest, but that doesn't seem to work. No, it's with the pickaxe. It was too easy, just with the pickaxe. Okay, we have a lot of water here. I don't want to risk ending down there, because drowning is a thing. And I'm actually going to stick with just one door, because we don't really need two doors here. I'm going to plunk down the chest in my small base and put everything I don't need with me inside the chest. The broken sword, I'm actually just going to move it to the garbage bin. Same with the copper short sword. I really don't need it. There's nothing I can do with it. So let's just get rid of it. Gels with us. Putting all the useless stuff inside our chest. Well, useless in the sense that we don't need to have it with us all the time. You can see we have some slots for ammo here and for coins. So the arrows and the coins, we're not going to put them in the chest. So what I have now is my weapons and equipment, wood and wooden platforms, torches, a healing potion, and a few recall potions to quickly teleport back home. And then it's time for some exploration and just a quick exploration of our further surroundings before we'll be calling it a day, and I will probably end the stream pretty soon and we'll continue tomorrow. Daybloom and Daybloom seeds. So you can farm in Terraria. Oh no, more water! But this one isn't that big, so let's just put some wooden platforms on top. And we'll be perfectly safe up here. Hey squirrel! More pots. Something we mustn't forget is to put torches. Torches everywhere. This will help us a lot during the night if we have torches everywhere. More desert. Interesting. We have some cacti over here. Ooh, this goes deep. Doesn't appear to be such a great starting place, but let's put some torches and or wooden platforms, sorry, and we can just walk over the pit. Now you can fall to that in this game, so this is actually a dangerous place. But as long as we can put platforms, we can just move over here without too much risk. On the other hand, I'm almost running out of platforms. But we have more than enough wood. I'm sure there was a way to craft multiple items at once, but I'm not sure how that worked. And you can see these green slimes are totally not a threat anymore, even the blue ones. So what do we have here? I think that's iron. Yep, that's iron. And we have a lot of caves here. Natural caves are really great because they usually contain chests, they contain pots, all which have useful items in them, or at least money. When we have these background walls, we can even put torches on the wall. Yeah, like this. Blue slimes. Oops. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, attacking downward is not very practical. What's that? And as you can see, there are a lot more blue slimes showing up and less green ones. I think that's a demon altar. Not sure. I think it looked differently the last time I played. Well, while we're at it, let's not forget to chop down a few more trees. Make sure we always have a good supply of wood, because wood is something you need very, very often. the other hand, you won't easily have a shortage of wood because there are a lot of trees around, and we haven't done any effort yet, but we can easily plant some acorns and grow more trees. Make a bit of a forest close to our base. On the other hand, the shelter that I put down was just an early game place to survive the first night or the first few nights. It's not certain that we will stay in the same location for our final base. Well, I think that's enough wood for now. What I'm actually hoping is that we can find a bit more minerals. Yeah, pots. Pots are always good. Ooh, some cobwebs. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to turn back because this is the jungle. And the jungle for a early game character can be a dangerous place. So we will not be heading there. Of course, it works both ways, because if you do head there, you can find some quite valuable equipment there that can really help you progress a lot faster. But yeah, it's a dangerous place. I don't feel like venturing there now just yet without any armor at all. We definitely want to find first some minerals so we can craft at least some iron or silver equipment, or gold, even better. You can see there is some copper over here. But I think I'm just gonna head back to base for now. On second thought, we have some clay over here, and clay is of course very useful to make pots. And of course some other stuff like bricks. Yeah, for bricks we need clay. May not mine everything, but yeah. There you go. Now I could use the recall potion, but since we are not in no kind of hurry. Whoa, what's this? A sand slime. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Seems like the game has evolved even more since I last played it, which is great to see. Free updates. Ooh, that was bad news. And I'm actually going to... I wanted to use the recall potion, but I think I was clicking the wrong way. Okay, that was bad news. But since we're playing medium core, we can go back and retrieve our equipment. I'm not sure what happened with the recall potion, because I was trying to head back to base. Maybe I couldn't drink the potion while I was under attack. I'm not sure if that was the issue. And that beast is even no longer around, so we got back all our stuff here. Oops! I was watching my inventory. Let's return here. Put the recall potion in place, the lesser health potion. No, we don't need the short sword anymore. Oops, now I got a different pickaxe. This one is a rootless copper pickaxe. It has a positive and a negative modifier. Torches, platforms. There you go. We also have an iron skin potion, which increases our defense. Nice, that's a very useful potion. Now, let's see if we can get through this. The wand doesn't seem that powerful. I'm just gonna use the recall potion. No, it's not working. For some reason, I cannot use the recall potion. Ah! Now it worked. And it doesn't bring us back to base, it brings us back to the original spawn point. But that's okay, because this is a safe area and we're not too far away from our shelter. So I hadn't expected to die on day 2, but no harm done. We got our items back. I think you lose a bit of money, or at least from the money you have in your pocket, not what you store inside the chest. But yeah, the small amount of money we have at the moment is not a big deal when we lose something. Let's put everything in the chest. Don't need the short sword. There you go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will conclude the stream. Let's go to the menu, settings. Not sure how to end the game. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day and see you around next time. Bye.